What's going on, wrestling fans? This is the continuation of my weekly wrestling show. This is the Undercard Season 8, Episode 15, Dreams Come True. And this is a unfortunately necessary episode that we must have the week before the finale. That means next week you're going to want to tune in, whether you're a new viewer or you've been watching since the very first episode. You gotta know that next week is the finale of Season 8, and it's gonna be a stacked show that you're not gonna want to miss. And dreams will come true in that episode, including this one as well, because today we have two top number one contender matches that must be determined, and they must happen in order to determine a future champion, perhaps? Perhaps? Maybe? Let's take a look at the card. I know how words work. Work. Today, opening up the show, it's the two bottom-ranked women on the roster for one last match here between the two. And last time we're going to see these women compete here, as the rankings no longer matter because it's all about determining finale matchups and stuff like that. So, Zelina Vega will take on Bull Nakano. Tag team action, American males one last time against Scorpion and Sub-Zero. Dante will face off against Bobby Lashley. It's the Bullet Barrage versus the badass himself. Bobby Lashley, the Almighty, is here today on the show. And then what I think is a very interesting matchup, it's Quinton Jackson versus top-ranked superstar this season, Al Snow. And then we have Perry Saturn versus Damian Priest, which is a very dynamic matchup as well. And then, of course, the first of two number one contender matches here today. It's Ronda Rousey versus Mileena. Winner will face Hikaru Shida next week in the finale for that women's championship. And, of course, the big-time main event. It's actually technically a rematch, but I'm excited to see this one. It's the toughest man and the craziest man, Mankind himself, versus He-Man. It's a bunch of men. It's more human than human. It's Mankind versus He-Man, number one contender for the Undercard Champion. And of course, the winner of this match will face Luke Cage in our final finale main event for that title next week. Again, don't miss it. You're not going to want to miss it, and you're not going to want to miss this. It's Zelina Vega versus Bull Nakano. Now, as we're here in episode 15, it's important to realize that the rankings no longer matter. So for Zelina, she did not win a single match in the regular season, and now technically in the postseason for her. This match isn't really about a W. You know, it's not really about the column there. Oh boy, look at this tarantula! Great move there, using the ropes to assist that submission. Zelina Vega's been training really hard. Anyway, I was trying to say that this isn't about a win for Zelina here. This is just to prove that she can compete on the level of a legend like Bull Nakano. Bull Nakano is a staple of Japanese wrestling. A lot of people look up to her. Not just women wrestlers, but I would say wrestlers all around the world look up to Bull Nakano. She's a staple. She is a figurehead, and look at that neckbreaker by Zelina. The speed of Zelina is so impressive every time we see her. We never know what she's going to come swinging with. The offense, aerial quickness, and look at this takedown with the head scissors. Great maneuver. Once again, always impressive with the offense by Zelina Vega.
Give up.
And Bull Nakano on the other side of that, taking the damage. But Bull Nakano obviously is a tank, and she knows how to run you over right there. She just did. And now she's going to slam you down. And look for that iconic big bull leg drop. And there we go, meeting up The lockup, the kicks, lock up again, down with a hammer fist and an elbow. Good combination by Zelina. And this might be a message to the rest of the women on the roster who just won't have the time to compete, as we're at the end. We're at the end of the road here, and it's pretty much a dead end, as there's no more chances. There's no more second chances. This is it. Super kick. Bull Nakano no-sold it. Back to her feet. Gonna drop the knees right to the canvas there. Working on the lower section of Zelina's body, and now a snapmare. Bull Nakano in control here early in the first 4.5 minutes of the match, getting kicked in the face there. And a couple strikes.
5 minutes.
Bull Nakano trying to use that power. That's her big advantage here in this matchup, and it's on display right now. You gotta wonder, can Zelina take that kind of damage, and what can she do with it? Again, I think, looking back at it, Season 8 has been really good in terms of the quality of matches and the matchups we've had. And I think this season, as Zelina Vega is raining down elbows to the collarbone of Nakano, I think this season has technically had more rematches than ever before, but that's just the way things turned out to be with the ranking system, and we're going to keep the ranking system as long as the show is going. It just makes sense, and it's easier to book things that way than just having random matches all the time. And a nice leg drop again there by Nakano. But as we talked about the rankings, they, at this point, no longer matter, but Zelina Vega did go 0-5, which is devastating and somewhat embarrassing, and I believe she's the second only female superstar besides April O'Neil to do that, to go without a regular season win, and a neckbreaker again against Bull Nakano, and a 3 in a row. Got to go for a cover there. Mistake, I think, by Zelina with an arm drag. I think she should have went for a pinfall, and maybe that's why she's not getting the wins. You know, maybe that's it. She just doesn't have the kill. She doesn't have that killer instinct that Bull Nakano has with the Campana, and drops her down out of that PTO stretch. Down to the knee with the elbow and the lockup. Knee to the gut by Zelina from behind, spinning around into a strike exchange. First match of the day. And she gets knocked down there with a big left hand. Nakano went for a strike, got interrupted. Now she's going to take that elbow right to the forehead. Zelina has been hitting all her moves. But is it enough to wear down Nakano? This isn't just anybody. This is a legend. Oh, nice Listo kick there. The Lucha Libre style on display. Oh, boy. Shoulder breaker. And now the crowd is getting behind Zelina, and they should. I mean, she's impressive, but that's not enough here in the undercard. You got to win. If you want to have the bragging rights, which is kind of what this is about. This is about just proving yourself against a legend, and Nakano showing off why she is that right here. Again, this big body slam, leg drop combination. And Nakano a little bit gassed there. I think the longer this match goes, the worse for her. Fisherman Brainbuster. And that could have been the end, but again, wait a minute, neckbreaker that time. Again, she did not go for the cover. All you need to win is a 3 count neckbreaker. We've seen several of these. The counter neckbreaker, and Zelina went for a dropkick, did not connect, as Bull Nakano getting elbowed down to the ground. Oh, buddy. Powerbomb stacked up. Colonel Sanders called for a rope break. Forget KFC. I want some canes. Oh, my God, the Poseidon. She dropped her right on the head. Body splash. 1, 2. Oh, big kick out of the finisher. And Bull Nakano, gonna take one of her own. Zelina finally hits the Shining Wizard. And no! They kicked out of each other's finishers. Welcome back to the undercard. Elbow combination from Nakano. Things are heating up right here. Oh, welcome to hell. And Zelina off of an arm drag, taking her time to inhale some air. She needs to fill the tank back up because you might be running on empty as the seconds tick away. And now into a chokehold. I think that's another rope break. Good call by the referee. 14 and a half minutes gone now. Power bomb. Reach the arm out. Grab the bottom rope. Get out of there. Uh-oh. Shining Wizard. A boot upside your face. It might be enough to put away Nakano, but no, it just was not the right time and not the right place. But we're all here, and it's right now. Elbows. And I think that's going to be it there with the third power bomb. Wait a minute, no! Zelina, she's here to put on a show. She's not dead yet. She's got one last stand. And a Shining Wizard once again. But wait a minute, Nakano no-sold it and stood up first and now going to strike back. Wait a minute, reversal off of suplex. What is going on? Back and forth. This is what the undercard's really all about at its core. And a kick out of two. Reversals, counters, finishers, big moves, kickouts, and we got it all. 1, 2, and Bull Nakano tried to finish the match with that powerbomb, but it was unsuccessful, and she's going to go for another one anyway. But the ropes are going to be there for Zelina. Saved for maybe just another second of her life. Uh-oh, Poseidon dropped right on her head in the center of the ring on top of the King's Play logo. This one is done. All that just to lose again. And you can call it 0-6, but really, it doesn't matter. Congratulations to Nakano. And we will see more women's action here later on in the show in a #1 contender match. But for right now, we got to end the regular season tag division as the American males representing WCW this season, Buff Bagwell and Scotty Riggs, return for their final match against Scorpion and Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat. Former rivals, now brothers, working together as a team this season. I think they did pretty well. Obviously, it's not the title, but they are one of the top-ranked teams, and they should prove it right here. Starting the match here, a lockup into an elbow. The American males, so self-obsessed and obsessed with themselves. You know what I mean? That's their focus, was not about winning or losing. It was how good do we look in the ring. And I gotta admit, Buff Bagwell, it looks really good with that monkey flip to Scorpion there in the corner. Buff Bagwell, he's still got it all these years later. WCW was a very faint memory in my mind. I mean, even when I watched, replays of it, I was very young. And it's been a while since, I don't have the network there. Uh-oh, tag made, double fatality! Oh, God! And usually that's the end of the match for Team Mortal Kombat. And now with the knee breaker, gonna try to rip the leg off of the torso of Buff Bagwell. Sub-Zero is an absolute villain here. He betrayed everybody, but he's been working with Scorpion this season very well. Nice dragon toe hold. Nice arm drag. We're keeping it basic. And we're snoozing the ads. Get these ads out of here, Twitch. I don't want no ads. 15 minutes into the show, 3 minutes into the match, and the signature ice slide there by Sub-Zero with the frosty powers of the Arctic cold. It is getting colder here as the weeks are going by. It's fall season, and I think someone's going to wish they weren't a skeleton. Oh, God, he just got buried alive with the fatality, the double finisher by the Mortal Kombat team, and Scotty Riggs just took it to the face, back to his feet, off of a chop battle, and now down with an arm drag. Scotty Riggs, not the most handsome man, but don't tell him that. He thinks he's a pretty boy. But a successful team nonetheless. As I said, 450 splash, kick out. Fire Pro Wrestling, and of course Scorpion has the power of fire. He has been using that fire breath every now and then on a rare occasion. Kicks to the midsection. 3 will do it. And that was almost a botch. I'm not going to call that a full botch. It was almost a botch there by Scorpion, but he did not fall over, so I'm not going to call that a botch. That doesn't count. We're looking for the mistakes here, but no such luck. Triple kicks. If we wait long enough, we might see a botch. I feel like it's been a while. It's been like a week or two since we've seen a botch or a ref bump or something crazy. But this could be the episode where it all happens. And again with this leg breaker, just twisting the knee the wrong way, and Scotty Riggs had to make the breakup for his partner in this tag team matchup. You got to watch your partner's back. And when your partner's going up against an absolute assassin, you got to protect them. I mean, these aren't just normal men. This is Scorpion and Sub-Zero, like legendary killers representing their clans, and Sub-Zero's a grandmaster. Throwing you right into the corner. Oh, big ice splash. And Scotty Riggs with a takedown now in the corner of the American males. They are American. And technically, I think Sub-Zero's Chinese. So, hey, we got it all here. Representation from all parts of the world and all the realms. Tag made to NetherRealm's own. Scorpion suplex to Sub-Zero, though. Scotty Riggs is now going to have to deal with the fiery inferno that is the Ninja Scorpion. I don't know if that's Hanzo or the new one, but it doesn't matter in this timeline. Here in the undercard. Ooh, he got up before the fire splash. Takes down Scorpion, chops him in the chest, and a drop kick. Delivered perfectly to the chest. Went for the down two, went for the axe kick. Superman punch. Hey, there we go. Signature move by Scorpion. And now, center of the ring, headlock, hammer fists. Gets up a little bit shaky. And trying to stop the members of the American males from working together, but low blow connects anyway. Buff Bagwell is part of this match. And when Buff Bagwell gets going, it's not good for you because he's got dangerous offense. Oh, Scorpion Deathlock! I'm not sure that's a legal submission. He wasn't tagged in there, referee. There are no disqualifications here in the undercard. Oh, God, and there's another example of that. As I said it, low blow, and now an eye rake. It's getting dirty out there. We're fighting dirty today. Low blows, eye pokes, eye rakes, whatever. And a choke breaker. And a fatality. Knee straight to the face from Sub-Zero. That'll cool you down. You see what I did there? Elbow to the face. Bagwell back to his feet. Has to implement more damage. But he's in the wrong corner right now. And he... Oh, buddy. Big monkey flip out of the corner. Decided to go back towards the team of Scorpion and Sub-Zero. Tag made to Scorpion. Uh-oh. Ah, the fire! There it was. The fire breath connected. Toasty! And the double drop kick by the American males. All-American Shooty Boy. A sharpshooter now, this time by Scotty Riggs. That is his finisher, but Scorpion knows that move well, so he escaped it quickly. You can't use his own move. Oh, it teleported. That plus on hit, it doesn't matter, because you didn't block that one. Fire to the face. Scotty Riggs, he might have burned his eyeball. Thank God for that eye patch, giving him maybe a little bit of protection, but goes for the sharpshooter anyway. Is Sub-Zero going to get involved? No. He's got trust in his brother, and Scorpion did escape that submission hold, and now a welcome to Chicago hits Scotty Riggs. Sub-Zero is the legal man here in the tag match currently. 14 plus minutes. And usually these tag matches go a long time. Luckily, we've only got one more after this in the season. And that'll be, of course, for the tag titles in the finale. It's already been announced, but I can mention it now, and I'll probably mention it later. It is Luke and Leia versus Regal and Tajiri in the finale for those titles. And I believe all of these teams have faced each other. I made sure of that. I tried my best to make sure every tag team faced each other at least once. And sometimes there's rematches. You know, we have 16 weeks. It's hard not to have a rematch in the tag division. A nice brainbuster there by Buff Bagwell. And now Sub-Zero gets up wobbly and going to get dished out some big fists. Nothing else to dish but a big giant fist. And look at this, brainbuster again in the center of the ring. But Sub-Zero no-sold it and tags to Scorpion. I don't know if that was just the toughness of Sub-Zero or the failure of Buff Bagwell, but either way, he's getting comboed in the center. And now, get over here! Spear delivered, 1, 2, and Colonel Sanders counts this one as a finish. That was a clean win, dude. Get over here. What other way to end that? Wow. And if you've been watching this season and you did not get the joke that Scorpion's finisher is the spear and it's called the get over here, then you're clearly not paying enough attention, because there's inside jokes all over the place on the show. Not just my idea, but I've gotten some ideas from the community, and quick shout out to anybody that's ever given me ideas for the names of a finisher or the name of a move or something like that. Because I can't take 100% of the credit, but that one was mine. That I will admit that one was mine. Anyway, I believe other people have done that, though. Dante will face off against Bobby Lashley. Once again, it's a classic reality meeting fantasy as a video game character faces a real wrestler here on my simulated wrestling show, which is all about having a fantasy, because here in the Undercard, Season 8, Episode 15, dreams come true. That was a good segue. Boy, this guy knows what he's doing. Dante, the white-haired son of a gun. And he's been using guns, actually, in a lot of his matches. And everybody's, making excuses, saying Dante can't win without weapons, but this is the season of combat, and he doesn't have to. I would say in any other platform, you'd be right, and that you could make that a valid argument. But here we said, bring it. If you have the weapons, you bring them with you. Show up to the show strapped to the brim, dude. And Bobby Lashley is not going to let the fear of anything that Dante can do slow him down here, as Bobby Lashley is an absolute brick house, and I'm excited to see a future for Bobby Lashley one day. But did not make himself, or did not at least get himself into even the contender picture more than once. I think I think he had one main event, and that was about it for Lashley. Ever since then, he's been struggling with the awkward matchups, and right now he's dealing with the speed of Dante, and nice takeover there. Obviously winning in the power category in this matchup, but Dante, he's fought monsters before, and there was a big drop kick by the gunslinger himself, the aerial phenomenon that is Dante from Devil May Cry, a great video game series that I'll have to go back and play at some point. Oh, dodges the spear from Lashley. Got to be quick on your toes, and luckily for Dante, he is from behind. Uh-oh, got to stay away from that full Nelson lock that Lashley likes to use as well. A lot of danger. You talk about weapons, but the weapons of Lashley are all of his moves. His entire moveset causes massive damage. Nice takedown there. Double A background from Lashley, of course. All-American, grew up wrestling through college and became a Navy wrestling champion even at one point. So if he was the toughest guy in the Navy, imagine how tough he is compared to the rest of the roster of the undercard. Roll up. Dante only got a 1 there. Good attempt, though. And there's the quickness. And here comes the aerial skills. Diving leg drop. Connected. Full flush to the neck of Lashley. Back to his feet. Wait a minute. Oh, belly to belly. Just using that strength to toss him over the head, and now raining down the strikes. Bobby Lashley did have a short stint in MMA as well, so he knows how to deliver a strike if need be. Roll up in the ropes. Good call by referee Colonel Sanders, who's been one of the better referees that we've had on the show, actually. We've had 8 seasons of the undercard, and finally I think we found an unbiased referee. And I was worried about it with the, connection between him and maybe one other roster member that might not be here on the show. But either way, Colonel Sanders has been doing a good job. And now here's a good job of delivering a punch to a face by Bobby Lashley. Dante back to his feet, trying to get a strike off there, but ran into a kick. Lock up and backbreaker. Toss you aside. See you later. Here comes more, turning his face into nothing more than coleslaw. 8 minutes into the matchup, and here's the first signature move being delivered by the almighty. That's the picture-perfect stalling suplex. Oh, turns it into a submission. Boston Crab.
Give up.
Are there any crabs in Devil May Cry? I don't think so, but I could be wrong. Outside the ring, both men gonna take their time to gain some momentum, gain some stamina. Oh, but he ran right into the Devil May Cutter, and now across the ring! Holy shit! What was that? Cartwheel. Oh, into the Devil Special! The bullets connected, and Lashley is busted open and full of holes. But wait a minute. Oh, one-handed spine buster. And now Lashley's pissed off. And he's not the first person that's felt the wrath of Dante's finisher. Wait a minute. It's not over. Cartwheel kick. Foot to the back of your neck. And Lashley, he was down for a second, but now he's back up. Covered in blood, but still as strong as ever. Stalling one-handed suplex. Dante back to his feet. He says, it ain't time for taunting. This match is over. Goes for a ghost pin. 1, 2. Outlaw style. 2.5. Elbow. The crowd getting into this one now as we're starting to see the big offense. Running power slam. Cover. 1, 2. And Lashley tried to send this one home, but wait a minute, Dante! Oh my God! Flippity dippity!
3.
And that's the end of that. Wow. Out of nowhere. I don't even know what he calls that. Flipping Phoenix Splash, I guess. A round off Phoenix Splash is apparently the proper terminology. But either way, another display of the aerial acrobatics that Dante can do at any point. And I believe that means we will see Dante in the finale guaranteed. But we might also see Bobby Lashley next week. So thanks for watching the first half hour of the show. Don't go anywhere, because the undercard is continuing. Up next, we have Rampage, Quinton Jackson himself from the UFC coming over to the world of wrestling, and I think he did okay for himself against a top-ranked superstar here, a hardcore legend in Al Snow. And for the season of combat, this is an important match to have at least one. At least one time. Because I believe that this match is a perfect display of what Season 8 has been about. It's people that know how to fight and beat the ever-living crap out of each other, whether it be with weapons or their own two hands. And, oh my god, a huge punch! And Rampage started off the match trying to choke the life out of Al Snow. And Al Snow's usually the one teaching people, you know, how to wrestle, but I think Rampage might teach him a lesson in pain right here. He's got the dukes up, and he's going to be swinging down to the shoulder. Al Snow dragging away from the ropes, trying to make sure that he can control this match. This ain't a UFC cage. Uh-oh, but Rampage can still choke you out. And, of course, all the matches can be determined by submission, pinfall, critical knockout. Facing off against each other. Al Snow trying to stay away from the strike range, goes with the low blow. Punch to the no-no zone. And there's a chair to the face. Oh, God. Welcome to the hardcore style of Al Snow. Is it snowing already? Because it is cold outside. Off the ropes. Rebound. Punch. Ain't nothing fancy about a hook to the face. And this ain't just a normal man punching you. This is somebody who has lead for hands. I mean, Rampage hits hard, and there's a lot of power behind those punches. And a lot of power behind everything he does. Picture perfect drop kick there by Al Snow. Back to the dance. Chop, kick. Back and forth. Straight up takedown into the mount. Gonna slam him down into the ropes there. When it comes to grappling, I think usually Al Snow wins that. But here, look at this. This is just a display from Rampage Jackson that he knows what he's doing when it comes to grappling. And ooh, Irish whip reversal, nothing to follow it up though. Ducks the punch, walks into a shoulder breaker, and the referee is dancing around. Calm down, Colonel Sanders. This ain't about you. This is about a combo of strikes being delivered. Follows it up with a kick. Al Snow runs into a guillotine.
Give up.
Referee checking to see if he wants to give up, but again, on the other side of the coin, Al Snow is one of the toughest guys and one of the best performers we've had this season, so I don't think he's going to be quitting anytime soon. Sleeper. Down to the ground. Got to get out of that grapevine. The legs restricting the movement by being wrapped around the midsection, and this is a brain buster from Rampage, who's been using wrestling moves out of nowhere. He watches wrestling. He's a fan, and he knows what he's doing in there. Kick out at 2. Al Snow on the bad side of a bad man right now. This is not the type of person you want to get into a fight with, and there's why. Uppercut just knocks down Al Snow. It's not like he's knocking out anybody. It's Al Snow. This guy he's been hit with every finisher ever. Arm breaker there. Al Snow gonna do anything he can to turn this one around now. Drags him down. Uh-oh, but trying to block some of these strikes. Some of them got through, some of them got blocked, and oh boy, that one got through, definitely. Knocks him on his ass. Al Snow with a strike of his own to the midsection, but another combo by Rampage Jackson. Ow! Where's the howl when you need it? I think he only does it for his finisher, but he should do it all the time. More strikes. This might end in a TKO, and we've seen Rampage try to knock out bigger and better men than Al Snow, if you can believe it. Brainbuster back to his feet. Quick recovery by Al Snow. Now into the corner. But steps out and locks in a guillotine.
10 minutes gone.
Simple but effective maneuver. Probably the most basic submission you could do, and it works, and that's why he's doing it here.
Give up.
Al Snow escapes with a chop. Uh-oh. Ow! And here's the triple power bombs. Taking out the big game. Trying to choke out Al Snow, and what I think this would be a huge win for Jackson, even though the rankings don't really matter at this point. This will definitely be something to remember, that Quinton Rampage not only took the fight to Al Snow, but absolutely is dominating this matchup right now. Triple power bomb, and Al Snow is just dead weight. This is like fighting a cadaver. He's just a dead carcass at this point. He's barely got anything left, but he's going to throw some punches back in Jackson's way. Headbutt. Rampage. Oh, with a big tackle. Went for a shoot. And reversal. Break off of the pin. Uppercut did not connect. Al Snow grabbing a hold of the wrist here. Wrist lock into the shoulder. And again, arm breaker combination. Al Snow just doing anything he can to slow this match down. Dragon sleeper.
Give up.
Breaks out of that. And Rampage. Relentless power bombs. He did it in the UFC, and he's doing it here on episode 15. 14 minutes into the match. And what the hell is he doing now? He's just manhandling Al Snow. German suplex off of a back guard. I think he should have went for a pin or submission there. But I think he wants to just beat the ever-living crap out of Al Snow, who had to tap out finally. Good God. That was hard to watch, man. Huge win for Quinton Rampage Jackson. We will see Al Snow in the finale, though, based on his rankings. And based on a match that I want to have, because I know today is called Dreams Come True, but I'm going to make some dreams come true in the finale next week. I promise you that. Next up, another dynamic matchup, and I'm pretty sure we haven't had this one before, and I'm excited for this one because it's Perry Saturn versus Damian Priest. These are two guys that have multiple styles. I mean, you can't check a box and put one of these characters in it, because they fit so many different boxes. This is a really intriguing matchup right now. Perry Saturn with the suplexes, the strikes, the submissions, and then Damian Priest with the power, the speed, and just total package, really. Here we go. Senior Money in the Bank is still a staple. It's still a thing I can call him. Although what's canon in one universe might not be connected totally here. There's no cash-ins in the undercard. You gotta win that title by ranking up and getting it. You know, you gotta earn it. So, unfortunately, Damian Priest this season did not get to that contender spot more than maybe once. Similar story to Bobby Lashley, where he's got all the talent, but none of the wins during the season to back it up. A nice low combo there by Perry Saturn. Off the ropes. Went for a strike there into a scoop slam. Wrestling 101. Saturn's going to try to out-wrestle you. And when it comes to the striking game, I would almost say they're pretty even. Damian Priest has some dangerous kicks in his arsenal, and there's some kicks by Saturn right there. Hammer fist. Striking back. Oh, shooting low. Dragon screw. Shakes it off for a second. Back to the game plan. Beat him down. Punches to the midsection. Damian Priest. Oh, with the knee right to the collarbone. That's gotta hurt, dude. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate the support. I also really appreciate the support over on my YouTube. This season of the Undercard broke viewership records for our premium live events. Both Down to the Wire and Rage in the Cage 3 broke actual records for me in terms of undercard viewership, so that's super cool. Ducks under in the corner now, just getting booted down. Not a full botch. He didn't fall over. Oh, jeez. Devastating elbows there by Damian. Hip toss neck breaker. The innovative offense by Priest. He's half good, half evil, and hopefully he can control his anger here in this matchup and just focus on getting the job done one last time here in Season 8. Stretch muffler. Saturn getting hung upside down.
Fun.
Oh, elbow to the back of the head. Knee to the face. That could knock any man unconscious. But Perry Saturn, of course, is one of those hardcore style wrestlers that can take a lot of pain. Michinoku driver. Down to the key lock.
Give up. Give up.
Big offense there by Saturn. And Perry went for another strike, walked into a bear hug.
Give up.
Referee checking on Saturn, making sure he doesn't want to quit. It's only been 7 minutes. Again, another bear hug, just locked it back in. It doesn't have to be fancy. It just has to work. And Priest now focusing on the midsection of Saturn. Big broken arrow. Signature move by Priest. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, devil! The devil inside me has been shattered. Holy shit. Wait a minute. Broken arrow now. Move for move. Oh, no. Pump handle. Fall away. I can't believe he did the deal there. Kick out at 2. Big kick misses. South of heaven! We haven't seen it in a while. 1, 2, and Saturn barely kicks out. Barely got the shoulder up off of that big move. Again! Hits another one. 2 in a row. South of heaven. Wouldn't that just be Earth? Oh. Hit him with another big move, Psycho Driver. And if I was Saturn, I'd roll the safety. I'd get out of there, man, because Priest is controlling this ring right now. He's making Saturn his bitch.
Give up.
10.5 minutes and another bear hug locked in, but wait a minute, from behind, throws him out. Oh, wait, he didn't fully go outside of the ring there. Cover made anyway. 1, 2, he could steal this one from Priest, and he almost did. Oh. Oh, no. No! God, right on the back of his head. That's why they call it the Valley of Death. 2.5. Ooh, misses the spin kick. Again with the fatality. Priest from behind. Wait. No, he got countered. Countered and tossed again with another suplex from Perry Saturn. And now a Psycho Cutter. Finally outside of the ring. We need a break. The Death Valley Driver was delivered 2 times by Perry Saturn. Could we see it again? Oh, he went for the counter off of that kick. And down with the Rings of Saturn. The Rings of Saturn are locked in. Will Damian tap out here?
Give up.
No, he's going to slip out.
Yeah.
Michinoku Driver in the center of the ring. No excuses here. Just pure toughness by Priest. Knee to the gut from behind. Gets up a little bit wobbly, face into the corner. The turnbuckle is nothing but your friend in this situation, I would say. Gonna save you from taking more damage, but a broken arrow in the corner, and Damian Priest is looking to end the career. Wait a minute, on their shoulders, Death Valley Driver again. The third one by Saturn, but Priest is up. Psycho Driver. Knee to the face. Move for move. And this one's going to be over. Submission victory for Priest off of, again, another bear hug. And I think that was just accumulation of damage that was dealt throughout the match. An impressive display of offense by Priest there. And I believe that was 100% match evaluation. And we will see Damian Priest next week. But ladies and gentlemen, it is time to bring your attention to the women's division once again, because this next match is Ronda Rousey, the baddest, rowdiest woman in the world, versus Mileena from Mortal Kombat. And this is for the #1 contender for the Women's Championship. That means the winner of this match will 100% face Hikaru Shida in the finale for that women's title. And this is Ronda Rousey's last chance to get her hands on a title that she has held before. But I will tell you, Mileena is very hungry right now. And here we go. Coincidentally, Ronda Rousey did voice Sonya in Mortal Kombat 11. So there is some sort of Mortal Kombat connection here between these two. Sort of, kind of, technically, in some universe. But all that matters is right here in the universe and the world that I'm living in, which is Fire Pro Wrestling World. Available on console and PC. And the stream, I hope, is not too laggy, but I did just drop some frames, so I apologize for that. Nice reversal off of a takedown, and now to the grappling skills of Judo black belt Ronda Rousey. who wants to be the champion at the end of Season 8. I can tell you that. This is the season of combat. This is about violence. And this is about Ronda proving that she is one of the top females in the game. One of the baddest women on the planet. She wants to be number one all the time. And it's just who Ronda is. Whether or not you like her, you have to respect what she represents and her goals in this business. And what she's done in the undercard, because probably the top two the whole season, really, along with Angelina Love. She's been the top two the whole time, and she fought Angelina 3 different times for that belt. And of course, Angelina did win that last matchup, and then Hikaru Shida defeated Angelina, so now the winner of this match will face Hikaru. And Mileena getting planted down there onto the canvas, rolling through. Rowdy Ronda Rousey attaching the armbar, Juji Gatami armbar, trying to rip off the arm. Mileena striking back with an elbow and just dropping the headbutt. Now strike exchange between these two top women. And Mileena has worked so hard to get into this position. Upside the head, Mahistral pin, trying to steal this one away quickly, but Ronda had the wherewithal to get out of that one before it was too late. Strike exchange, STO in the center. 5 minutes gone, grabs a handful of the hair.
Are you ready?
Are you ready? Powerbomb.
Are you ready?
Are you ready? Juji Gatami. Armbar. Ronda Rousey's finishing move. One of the most devastating submissions ever. I've been on the wrong side of an armbar, and I can tell you it is not fun. It can pop your shoulder right out of place or snap your elbow, and you don't really have much choice but to tap out. But Mileena is very tough, and she doesn't just want to become Empress. She wants to become champion as well. Nice strike down. Trying to kick her, trying to throw anything she can at Ronda. But Ronda striking back with the powerbomb, going for a strike there onto the shoulders, down with the Piper's Pit. She got that move from Roddy Piper. And that's where she also got her nickname, Rowdy. She's trying to live through his legacy with her own, and she's trying to create her own legacy right now by making Mileena tap out. And this is not looking good for Mileena right now. Oh, wait a minute. Spin kick. She learned that from her mama. Sindel taught her a few things. I don't know if she taught her that, though. Fork to the face. And we're going to have some blood here. Ronda not shy of bleeding, but either way, that's going to distract you a little bit. It's going to have to strike down. Combo by Ronda. Roll up by Mileena. 1, 2, and the bloody, rowdy Ronda gets up. Cover. Reversal. 1, 2, and no! Oh my God! What the hell? What the hell was that ending? She just had Mileena in the right position at the right time, and I think she kind of stole that one. We can't do redos here in the undercard, but I would say that's a disappointing end for Mileena. And we will see Ronda Rousey versus Hikaru Shida officially for the Women's Championship next week. But there's still one more match here today. And this episode, Season 8, Episode 15, Dreams Come True, is about making dreams come true. And it's not just dreams for me, it's not just dreams for the fans, but it's dreams for these competitors. And the dream of the seasons of this show and how the undercard essentially works, the dream for you as a competitor is to be the champion at the end of the season and move on to the next season. That is the prize. Not only do you get your name added to a list of champions forever that can never be erased, but you also get to hold that belt whether it's around your waist or on your shoulder, and you cannot be denied that you earned it. It is a very prestigious championship. And then you win the season, that means you were the best performer. You were the best wrestler. You were the best character. You had the best record. It cannot be argued. When you win a season, it means you were number one over 16 other competitors. So it's down to this. Mankind versus He-Man, number one contender. And the winner will face Luke Cage for that glory, for that belt. And the winner of Season 8 will be determined, and it could be one of these two men. It is a rematch, Mankind versus He-Man. And this, again, in the story for Mankind, it's a story of power versus endurance. How much pain is Mankind willing to go through to become champion? I don't know if that can be measured. I don't know if there's enough liters of blood he's willing to spill here. And look at this back body. Mankind against He-Man, icons of the past. This is like a 90s commercial waiting to happen. I'm sure Mankind has collected a few He-Man figures. And I gotta say, I did watch some episodes of He-Man recently. And it's okay. It's an okay cartoon. Drop hold to the chair there. But once Prince Adam gains a hold of that power sword, he becomes He-Man. And so, before every match, a small child shows up, and I'm like, who the heck are you? And then he whips out this giant sword, and he says, I have the power of Grayskull. And then he, transforms into He-Man here, who's a muscle-bound badass, and been one of the top competitors in Season 8, headbutt in the clutch. Mankind, again, with another headbutt. He's actually won a match off of a headbutt, believe it or not. He defeated Bobby Lashley that way, dropped down to the chair, and Mankind's already bleeding in the first 3 minutes of the match. And He-Man, with the ability to make weapons appear out of nowhere, that is in his lore. I mean, where do you think he hides the sword? You know what I mean? He's wearing nothing. He's naked. The man's in a loincloth. He looks like Conan the Barbarian. But anyway, for the season of combat, I can't think of anybody better than these two to represent combat as a whole. I mean, Mankind has been in more fights and more wrestling matches than pretty much anybody, and he's been through hell, and he's been to hell and back, and he's bleeding right now in the corner, and he's striking back against He-Man. DDT to the chair, and he got back up, and he doesn't care, because Mankind is here for one thing: to apply this camel clutch and to become number one contender at the end of Season 8.
5 minutes gone.
But He-Man is an icon in his own right, representing small boys from all over the world, and he wants to save the kingdom of Eternia from Mankind. Oh, God! Another clothesline turns him upside down from behind. Oh, Bulldog. I mean, girls had Barbie, the boys had He-Man. Grayskull Buster delivered. Number one contendership on the line. Mankind kicks out of the first finisher. Knee to the gut. Striking away, keeping him at distance. Oh no, the power of Grayskull. Dropped on the bloody head. Mankind gets the second one. But what the hell? He just stood up. What is he made of? We're always surprised, but somehow not. You know what I mean? What Mankind has been through and what he's willing to go through. And he's using his own flesh to smash against the head of He-Man right there. He's bleeding. And he's using his bloody head as a weapon. That's how insane Mankind is. He is legally unstable. Pile driver! Backslide. 8 minutes into the match, and a backslide did not get the job done. Only a 2 count there. Mandible claw. The mandible claw. You see what I did there? No submission, though. Match continues until we have a winner.
Yeah.
Almost 1 hour into the show, and He-Man with the spiral bomb.
1,
Cover.
2.
Colonel Sanders was looking for a 3, but we all got denied of that.
Yeah.
He-Man handle slam. And here comes the follow-up, the signature ultimate splash.
1, 2.
Took that from the Ultimate Warrior because He-Man believes that in this realm he is the Ultimate Warrior. And there is some similarities between the two. German suplex might have bounced off the ropes. Awkward landing for Mankind, but he gets up somehow, some way. Still alive. Oh no, here it comes, the beloved sword of legend. The sword of power that turns a prince into a hero and turns us all into losers, including Mankind. No, he kicked out. He got chopped in half and he's still alive. Reversal. Rolls to safety. Sponsored by Thick Rick. And he's got wood. What is a plank of wood to a steel sword? Oh boy, he missed. Wait a minute. Double arm. He was looking for that double arm DDT, but it got reversed. He-Man is too strong.
Yeah.
He-Man's power is off the record books. It's off the charts.
2, 3.
And we just saw a big splash that put it all away. I'm sorry if you're a fan of Mankind, but it was not meant to be. He-Man, new #1 contender. That means we have our final matchup for Season 8 next week for the title, for the glory, for your name on the list, and for the winner of Season 8, it will be He-Man versus Luke Cage, 1-on-1. Fictional characters beating out the real characters. Reality disappoints again. Let's do a quick recap and then we'll talk about next week more. Today we had Bull Nakano defeating Zelina Vega. Even though Zelina put up a hell of a fight and a hell of a season, she did not come out with a single win. Then Scorpion and Sub-Zero ended the match with a single finisher over the American males in the tag team division. And back into the undercard division, Dante popped a cap in Bobby Lashley's ass and brought out the guns and a couple Phoenix splashes as well to pull out the win there. Quinton Rampage Jackson manhandled Al Snow in a very one-sided match. Damian Priest and Perry Saturn went toe-to-toe, and Priest came out the winner. And then, of course, in our #1 contender for the women's match, Ronda Rousey got the big win, kind of stole it, but deserved either way. And we'll face Hikaru Shida next week. And, of course, as you all just saw, He-Man defeated Mankind. And He-Man will bring his sword to the finale to find out if he can cut the invincible Luke Cage in half. It is the two most dominant stars of Season 8 going up against each other for the final time. Next week, tune into the finale where we will have 8 matches because it's the big ending, right? So we have 8 matches. That's one bonus match. We will have all the titles on the match, or all the titles on the show, excuse me. Of course, Ronda Rousey versus Hikaru Shida, He-Man versus Luke Cage, and I already mentioned earlier, the tag match is Regal and Tajiri versus Luke and Leia, and we'll also have some dream matches. So please, 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 tune in next week for Season 8, Episode 16, The Ultimate Ending, and the final confrontation. I appreciate you all for sticking around today. Batgirl just quit, but that's okay because it's over. I'll see you all next week. What do you mean she quit? She can quit if she wants to. She's not going to be in the finale.